Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your cozy corner for learning English. I am Jack and I am so happy to be here with you today.
Hi guys, this is me, Emma. I am happy to be here too. Although I have to admit I am a little bit tired today. I had a hard time waking up this morning.
Oh really? Just a sleepy morning or did you stay up too late watching movies again?
Guilty as charged. I stayed up way too late. But I made myself a big cup of coffee, so I am ready to go. What are we talking about today, Jack?
Well, I hope that coffee gives you some energy, Emma, because today we are talking about something very active. Today we are going to learn how to talk about fitness and exercise routines in English.
Oh no. Jack, you know me. My favorite exercise is lifting a pizza slice to my mouth. Do we really have to talk about sweating and running?
Yes, we do. But don't worry, Emma. We aren't actually going to run a marathon today. We're just going to learn the words for it. You see, fitness is such a common topic in conversation. People always ask, do you work out? Or what is your routine?
That is true. I hear people talking about the gym all the time. Sometimes I feel a little left out because I don't know the specific words. I just say, I walk sometimes. It feels a bit boring.
Exactly. That is why this lesson is so important. We want to help you move past just saying, I walk or I run. By the end of this podcast, you will be able to describe your routine, talk about how exercise makes you feel, and even understand gym slang.
Okay, that sounds useful. Maybe if I learn the words, I will actually feel motivated to do the exercise. Is that how it works?
It might help. Speaking of help, we have something special for you at the very end of this video. We are going to have a full vocabulary breakdown.
Yes, that is my favorite part. If you hear a difficult word today and you feel confused, don't worry, we will explain the hardest words clearly at the end of the video. So please watch until the very last minute.
It is going to be great. You know, talking about fitness isn't just about big muscles. It's about health and lifestyle. It's about how we take care of ourselves. But sometimes the vocabulary can be a little intimidating.
Intimidating? Wait, Jack, what does that mean?
Good question. Intimidating means something that makes you feel frightened, nervous, or not confident. For example, a very big guy lifting heavy weights might look intimidating.
Ah, I see. Yes, the gym is definitely intimidating for me. Everyone looks like they know exactly what they are doing, and I'm just there trying not to fall off the treadmill.
We've all been there, Emma. Even the fittest people started somewhere, and that's actually a great place to start our conversation. Let's talk about that first step, the decision to actually move your body.
The hardest step.
It is. But before we dive deep into our personal stories, I want to ask you something, Emma. When you think of the word fitness, what comes to mind first?
To be honest, Jack, when I hear the word fitness, I think of pain. I think of people waking up at 4 a.m., drinking raw eggs, and running in the rain. It just sounds miserable. I picture a very loud room with heavy metal music and people shouting.
Oh, Emma, that is a very intense image. I promise you, fitness does not have to be like a scene from an action movie. It can be much more peaceful than that.
Really? Because the gym near my house looks like a torture chamber. There are all these machines with wires and handles, and I don't even know how to sit on them correctly.
I understand. Gyms can be very confusing. But let's break this down. Fitness isn't just one thing. There are different categories. The first big category is what we call cardio.
I have heard that word before, cardio. People always say, I need to do my cardio, but what does it actually mean?
Cardio is short for cardiovascular exercise. It is anything that raises your heart rate. It makes your heart beat faster. So running is cardio, but so is walking quickly, swimming, or even dancing in your kitchen.
Okay, dancing in the kitchen sounds much better than running in the rain. I can do that. I actually like dancing when nobody is watching.
See, you are already doing fitness. Cardio is important for your heart and your lungs. It helps with your stamina.
Stamina? Wait, what does that mean?
Stamina is the ability to sustain prolonged physical or mental effort. In simple terms, it means having the energy to keep going for a long time without getting tired. If you have good stamina, you can walk up a hill without stopping to breathe heavily.
Oh, then I definitely do not have good stamina. I live on the third floor of my apartment building, and by the time I get to my door, I am panting like a dog. I need to take a break before I can even put my key in the lock.
That is a perfect example. If you improved your cardio, those stairs would become easy. You wouldn't even notice them. But cardio is just one part. The other big part is strength training.
Strength training? That sounds serious. Is that the part with the heavy metal music and the big weights?
It can be. Strength training is any exercise that builds your muscles. You can use dumbbells, those are the small weights you hold in your hand, or you can use machines. But you can also just use your own body.
Like push-ups? I hate push-ups. My arms are like noodles. I try to push myself up off the floor and nothing happens. I just stay on the floor.
Noodles. That is a funny image. But yes, push-ups are strength training. And don't worry, you don't have to start with push-ups. You can start with something easier. The goal isn't to become a bodybuilder immediately. The goal is just to make your muscles a little bit stronger so everyday life is easier.
I suppose that makes sense. Carrying groceries is actually a form of strength training, right? Sometimes I buy too much milk and my walk home feels like the Olympics.
Absolutely. Carrying groceries is functional fitness. It helps you function in real life. I remember when I first started exercising seriously. I tried to do everything at once. I went for a run, then I lifted weights, and I did it every single day for a week.
Wow, Jack, that sounds impressive. Did you get super fit in 1 week?
No, it was a disaster. I was so sore that I couldn't walk properly for 3 days. I walked it like a robot. I quit immediately because it was too painful. I learned a big lesson that day.
What was the lesson? Don't exercise?
No, the lesson was to start slow. You can't rush it. Think of your body like a garden.
A garden?
Yes, imagine you want beautiful flowers. You can't just dump 100 buckets of water on the soil in one day and expect a garden tomorrow. If you do that, you would just drown the plants. You have to water it a little bit every few days over a long time.
That is a really nice way to think about it. I think I'm definitely guilty of the 100 buckets of water approach. I get motivated, I do too much, I get tired, and then I quit for 6 months.
That is very common. We call that burnout. You burn all your energy too fast. To avoid burnout, you need a routine.
Routine. That's a key word, isn't it?
It is essential. A routine is your schedule. It is when and how you exercise. For example, some people are morning people. They like to work out before breakfast.
Those people are aliens. I cannot understand them. Waking up is hard enough without jumping jacks.
Jumping jacks at 6 a.m. does sound difficult. So maybe your routine is different. Maybe you're an evening person. You can work out after work to relieve stress.
That sounds a little more realistic. But my problem is consistency. I might go on Monday, but then on Tuesday I feel lazy, and on Wednesday it rains, and by Thursday I have forgotten I even have a gym membership.
Consistency is the hardest part for everyone. Consistency means doing something regularly, over and over again. It is better to do a 10-minute walk every day than a 2-hour run once a month.
10 minutes? Really? Even I can do 10 minutes.
Yes, it adds up. But tell me, Emma, besides the laziness, is there another reason you avoid the gym? Sometimes I feel like there's a deeper reason why people stay away.
Well, now that you mention it, yes. It isn't just that I'm lazy, it's actually something else. I feel a bit embarrassed to say it.
You can tell us, Emma. This is a safe space.
It feels a bit silly, but honestly, I am afraid of people looking at me. I feel like when I walk into a gym, everyone stops what they are doing. I feel like they all turn around, stare at me, and think, what is she doing here? She doesn't know how to use that machine. It makes me want to run away and hide under my bed.
Oh, Emma, thank you for saying that, really. Because that is not silly at all. In fact, it is probably the most common feeling in the world. There is actually a word for it in English slang. We call it gym-timidation.
Gym-timidation? That is a perfect word. It is exactly how I feel. Intimidated by the gym. I feel like an imposter.
I promise you, almost everyone feels this way. Even the big guys with the huge muscles. But here's a secret that changed my life. Are you ready?
Yes, tell me the secret.
The secret is nobody is looking at you. Everyone is too busy looking at themselves.
Are you sure? Because it really feels like I have a spotlight on me.
I am very sure. Think about a gym. What is on every wall? Mirrors, huge mirrors everywhere. People go to the gym and they stare at themselves. They're checking their form, counting their reps, or just admiring their own muscles. They are so focused on their own workout that they don't have the brain space to judge you.
That is actually a comforting thought. So while I'm worrying about my messy hair, the guy next to me is just worrying about his biceps?
Exactly. We call this the spotlight effect. You feel like you're on a stage, but really you're just part of the crowd. But I understand the feeling. It makes you feel very self-conscious.
Wait, self-conscious. What does that mean exactly?
Being self-conscious means you are uncomfortably aware of yourself. You are hyper-focused on how you look or how you act. You worry that everyone is judging your appearance. It's the opposite of being confident.
Yes, that's it. I'm extremely self-conscious. I worry that I'm sweating too much or that my face is too red. When I exercise, my face turns the color of a tomato. It is not a pretty look, Jack.
Emma, a red face is a badge of honor. It means you're working hard. It means your heart is pumping blood. You shouldn't be ashamed of that. You should be proud. But I admit the mental barrier is huge.
It is huge. And it isn't just the gym, it's social media too. I scroll through Instagram and I see these fitness influencers. They look perfect. They run 10 miles and they don't even sweat. Their hair looks perfect, their clothes match. And then I look at myself, panting on the stairs with my grocery bags, and I feel like a failure.
Oh, social media. That is a dangerous trap. You have to remember, Emma, those photos are curated.
Curated? What does that mean?
Curated means carefully selected and organized. Those influencers take 100 photos. They pick the one best photo where the lighting is perfect and they are posing correctly. They delete the 99 bad photos. You're comparing your reality to their highlight reel. It's an unfair comparison.
I know that logically. My brain knows that. But my heart still feels bad. It makes me feel discouraged. I think, I'll never look like that, so why should I try?
That is a very dangerous mindset. That is all or nothing thinking. It means if you can't be perfect, you won't do anything at all. But fitness isn't about looking like a model. It's about how you feel inside.
How I feel inside? Usually I feel tired and hungry.
Well, yes, but I'm talking about your mental health. We talked about muscles and hearts earlier, but we didn't talk about the brain. Exercise releases chemicals called endorphins.
Endorphins? I've heard of them. Are those the happy chemicals?
Yes, endorphins are your body's natural painkillers and mood elevators. When you exercise, even for just 20 minutes, your brain releases these chemicals. It reduces stress, it reduces anxiety, it actually makes you happier.
So, you're saying that if I go for a walk, I might stop feeling so anxious about going for a walk?
Ironically, yes. The cure for the anxiety is the action itself. I remember a time when I was feeling very low. I had a bad week at work, and I felt terrible. I didn't want to move. I just wanted to sit on the couch. But my friend forced me to go for a jog. I hated the first 5 minutes. I was grumpy. I was complaining.
That sounds like me.
But after 10 minutes, something shifted. The fresh air hit my face. My blood started moving. By the time I finished, my problems didn't disappear, but they felt smaller. I felt capable.
Capable. I like that word. I want to feel capable. Right now, I mostly feel overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed is a strong word. Can you explain that feeling?
Sure, overwhelmed means I feel like I have too much to handle. I feel buried under pressure between work and cleaning and cooking and trying to have a social life. Adding exercise to the list just feels like one more chore.
I hear you. If you view exercise as a chore, like cleaning the toilet, you'll never want to do it. We need to reframe it.
Reframe?
Reframe means to change the way you look at a situation. Instead of saying, I have to exercise, try saying, I get to move my body.
I get to move my body. It sounds a little cheesy, Jack.
It is a little cheesy, but think about it. Being able to walk, run, or dance is a gift. Not everyone can do it. When you're sick with the flu, remember how much you miss just feeling normal?
That's true. When I'm sick, I promise myself that if I get better, I will appreciate my health. And then I get better and I go back to watching TV.
It's human nature. We forget. But trying to find a form of movement that makes you happy is key. If you hate the gym, don't go to the gym.
Wait, I'm allowed to just not go?
Of course, the gym is just one option. You can play tennis, you can swim, you can do yoga in your living room in your pajamas.
Yoga in pajamas sounds very appealing. I'm very good at wearing pajamas.
Then start there. There's no rule book that says fitness must happen on a treadmill. The only bad workout is the one that didn't happen.
I guess I never thought about it that way. I always thought there was a right way to be fit, and I was doing it the wrong way.
There is no wrong way. There is only your way. And another thing about the psychology of this, you need to forgive yourself.
Forgive myself for what? For eating that second slice of cake?
Yes, forgive yourself for the cake. Forgive yourself for skipping a week. Many people stop exercising because they miss 3 days, feel guilty, and then quit forever. They think, well, I ruined it, so I might as well quit.
Oh, I do that. It's the broken window theory. One thing goes wrong, so I smash the rest of the windows. I missed Monday, so the whole week is trash.
Exactly, but that's not logical. If you forget to brush your teeth one morning, do you stop brushing your teeth for the rest of the life?
No, of course not. That would be gross. I just brush them at night.
It's the same with fitness. If you miss Monday, you just go on Tuesday. You don't have to punish yourself. Progress is not a straight line. It fluctuates.
Fluctuate? That's a nice word. What does it mean?
To fluctuate means to rise and fall irregularly, to go up and down. Your motivation will fluctuate. Some days you will feel like a superhero, some days you will feel like a potato. That's normal.
I'm definitely in my potato phase right now, but maybe I can be a potato that goes for a short walk.
A walking potato. I love it. That's all we ask for, just a little bit of movement. And you know, Emma, once you get over that initial fear, that gym intimidation, you might find a community.
A community? You mean making friends at the gym? Oh no, Jack, that sounds terrifying. Talking to people while I'm sweating?
It sounds scary, but it can be wonderful. Having a workout buddy is one of the best ways to stay consistent. If you know your friend is waiting for you, you're less likely to stay in bed.
That's true. Guilt is a very strong motivator for me. If I know I'm letting someone else down, I'll definitely show up.
Use that. Find a friend who also wants to be a walking potato. You can encourage each other. You can complain together. Oh, my legs hurt. Oh, this is so hard. Complaining together is actually a great bonding experience.
I'm very good at complaining. I think I could be a world champion at that.
See, you already have the skills. You just need to apply them to fitness. It really is all about your mindset. If you stop worrying about what you look like and start focusing on how you feel, stronger, happier, more energetic, it changes everything.
I think I'm starting to understand. It isn't about the size of my waist, it's about the state of my mind.
Precisely. And talking about it helps, which brings us to a very important point. We want to know about our listeners. We've been talking about our feelings, but everyone is different.
Yes, I'm very curious. I want to know if I'm the only one who is afraid of the gym mirrors.
I doubt you're alone, Emma, but let's ask them directly. So, listeners, we have talked a lot about our own habits. I shared my mistake of doing too much too soon, and Emma shared her fear of the gym mirrors. But now we want to hear from you. We want to know what kind of fitness personality you have.
Yes, I really want to know if I am the only C in this group.
Okay, here's the question. We have 3 options, A, B, or C. Listen carefully and tell us in the comments which one describes you best.
I am listening. What is option A?
Option A is the gym bunny. This person loves the gym. They love the machines, they love the heavy weights, and they love the energy of other people. They probably own a lot of expensive gym clothes and drink protein shakes.
Okay, that is definitely not me. I don't even own a protein shake bottle. What is option B?
Option B is the nature lover. This person hates being inside. They prefer hiking, running in the park, or swimming in the ocean. They don't care about mirrors, they care about fresh air and scenery. They exercise to clear their head.
That sounds very nice, actually. Very romantic. But what happens when it rains?
They get wet. That is part of the fun for them. And finally, option C.
This is the one I am waiting for.
Option C is the homebody hero. This person prefers to exercise in the privacy of their own living room. They use YouTube videos, yoga mats, or maybe a stationary bike. They want to sweat where nobody can see them, and their shower is just 2 steps away.
Ding, 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 we have a winner. I am 100% option C, the homebody hero. It sounds very brave when you say it like that, Jack. Hero.
It is brave. You are taking care of your health on your own terms. So, listeners, are you A, B, or C? Or maybe a mix? Please let us know in the comments below. We read every single comment, and we love seeing your answers.
Yes, please tell us. And if you have a secret option D, like, I only run when I'm late for the bus, you can tell us that too.
That counts as cardio, Emma. Sprinting for the bus is high-intensity interval training.
There you go. I'm an athlete and I didn't even know it.
You see, it's all about perspective. We have covered so much ground today. Before we get to the end, I think we should take a moment to look back at what we discussed. We learned quite a lot of vocabulary.
We did. My brain is getting a workout today, not just my body.
We started by defining the main types of exercise. Do you remember the difference between cardio and strength training?
I do. Cardio is for the heart, like running or dancing. It makes you breathe fast. Strength training is for the muscles, like lifting weights or carrying heavy grocery bags.
Perfect. And we also talked about stamina.
Yes, stamina is the ability to keep going without collapsing. It's what I need to get up my stairs without panting.
Exactly. Then we moved on to the mental side. We talked about gym intimidation.
My biggest enemy. That's the fear of being judged at the gym, the fear that everyone is staring at you.
And we learned the spotlight effect, the truth that everyone is actually looking at themselves, not at you. That was a big one.
It was. It makes me feel a little lighter. I also liked the part about routine versus motivation.
Yes, motivation fluctuates. It goes up and down. You cannot rely on it. You have to rely on routine and consistency, just showing up, even if you're a walking potato.
I am going to make a t-shirt that says walking potato. I think it could be a fashion trend.
I would buy that t-shirt. But seriously, Emma, looking back at all of this, do you feel any different about fitness now?
I actually do. At the start of this podcast, I felt tired just thinking about it. I felt guilty. But now I realize I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to run a marathon. I just have to move a little bit to make my brain happy.
That is the most important lesson. And I want to say something to you, Emma, and to everyone listening right now. This is a bit of a serious moment, but I think it matters.
Oh, is this the motivational speech? I'm ready. Inspire me, Jack.
I will try. You know, learning English is exactly like fitness.
How? You don't sweat when you learn English. Well, maybe when I have a grammar test, I sweat.
It's the same process. Many of you listening right now might feel frustrated. Maybe you feel like your English isn't improving fast enough. Maybe you look at native speakers and feel English intimidation. You feel like everyone is judging your accent or your grammar.
That's very true. I read comments from our listeners who say they are afraid to speak because they might make a mistake.
Exactly. It's the same fear as the gym. But just like in the gym, nobody is judging you. Most people are just happy you're trying to communicate. And just like fitness, you cannot get fluent in one day. You cannot cram fitness on a Sunday and be healthy all week.
Cram? Wait, what does that mean?
To cram means to study or do a lot of work in a very short time, usually right before a deadline or a test, like staying up all night to study.
Ah, yes. I used to cram for my history exams. It was terrible. I forgot everything the next day.
Exactly. You cannot cram health and you cannot cram a language. It takes patience. It takes small, consistent actions. 5 minutes of English today, 5 minutes of English tomorrow. Just like the 10-minute walk.
So we're building English stamina.
Yes, that's a beautiful way to put it. You're building your English stamina. Some days you'll feel great, and some days you'll feel like you're going backwards. That's normal. The only way you fail is if you stop completely.
That's really comforting, Jack. Sometimes I look at how far I have to go and I get scared. But if I just look at today, it's easier.
Focus on today. Focus on this video. You're here, listening to English for 30 minutes. That's a workout for your brain. You have already succeeded today. You've done the work.
We did. We are exercising right now. Look at us go.
We are. And be proud of that. Whether you're trying to lose weight, get stronger, or learn a new language, the journey is the reward. Don't wait until you're perfect to be happy. Be happy that you're trying.
I love that. Be happy that you're trying. I'm going to write that down on my fridge, next to the shopping list for the cake.
Balance, Emma. It's all about balance.
Okay, I feel motivated. I feel ready to tackle the world, or at least ready to tackle the vocabulary list.
That's the spirit. We used some tricky words today. We talked about fluctuating, intimidating, sedentary. Oh, wait, we didn't use sedentary yet, but that's a good one for the list.
You're sneaking in new words, Jack. But yes, let's review. I want to make sure I understand everything perfectly, so I can use these words when I tell my friends I'm a homebody hero.
Sounds like a plan. It's time for our favorite part of the show, the vocabulary breakdown. We're going to take the hardest words from today's conversation and define them simply so you can use them in your daily life.
Let's do it. I have my notebook ready.
Great. Let's move to the breakdown.
Welcome to the Vocabulary Breakdown. This is the part of the show where we slow everything down. We take the difficult words we used in our conversation and we explain them clearly so you can understand them and use them yourself.
This is my favorite part because I often nod my head during the conversation like I understand, but secretly I am making a mental note to check the dictionary later. So this saves me a lot of time.
That is what we are here for, Emma. We want to make sure you leave this lesson feeling 100% confident. Today, we have 7 key words related to fitness and mindset. Let's start with the first one we mentioned, intimidating.
Ah, yes, the scary gym.
Exactly. The word is intimidating. To be intimidated means to feel frightened or nervous because you think someone or something is superior to you. It makes you feel small.
So if I meet a famous celebrity, I might feel intimidated.
Yes, exactly. Or if you have a very strict boss at work, their presence might be intimidating. In our story, we talked about gym-timidation, feeling nervous because the gym equipment looks complicated and the people look very strong.
Got it. Intimidating equals scary and impressive. What is the next one?
The next word is stamina. We talked about this regarding your stairs.
My 3 flights of doom.
Stamina is the physical or mental energy needed to do something for a long time. It's not just about strength, it's about endurance. It's the ability to keep going.
So a sprinter who runs very fast for 10 seconds needs speed, but a marathon runner needs stamina.
Precisely. And you can have mental stamina too. For example, if you study English for 3 hours without taking a break, you have great mental stamina.
I definitely need to work on that. After 20 minutes of studying, I usually need a snack break. Speaking of breaks, that leads us to our next word, right?
It does. The next word is burnout.
This is a very common word these days. I hear it everywhere.
Yes, unfortunately. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It happens when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet constant demands.
Imagine a candle. If you burn it at both ends, the fire goes out quickly.
That's a perfect metaphor. In fitness, burnout happens when you exercise too hard every single day without resting. Your body just quits. It's better to go slow and avoid burnout.
Okay, avoiding burnout is the goal. What is the next word?
The next word describes how you felt in the gym. Self-conscious.
Ugh, yes, that feeling of everyone watching me.
To be self-conscious means you are unduly aware of yourself, your appearance, or your actions. It's an uncomfortable feeling. You feel like you're under a microscope.
I think teenagers are the most self-conscious people in the world. I remember being 15 and thinking everyone was looking at my bad haircut.
We've all been there. It's the opposite of being confident or carefree. Next up, we have a word related to social media, curated.
This one sounds fancy, like something in a museum.
That's actually where the word comes from. A curator is someone who looks after a museum collection. They pick only the best art pieces to show the public. So, if something is curated, it means it has been carefully chosen and organized to look perfect.
So, an Instagram feed is curated because people only post the happy photos.
Exactly. They don't post the photos of them crying or waking up with messy hair. They curate their life to look perfect. It's important to remember that curated content is not real life.
That is a very important lesson. Real life is messy, curated life is neat.
Well said. Now, our next word is fluctuate.
The up and down word.
Yes, fluctuate means to rise and fall irregularly in number or amount. It changes continually.
Like the temperature?
Yes, the temperature fluctuates, stock market prices fluctuate, and as we discussed, your motivation fluctuates. It's never a straight line.
And my weight fluctuates too, usually after Christmas dinner.
That's normal. Everything in nature fluctuates. And finally, our last word for today is cram,
The word for bad students.
or busy students. To cram means to force a lot of things into a small space or a short time. In studying, it means trying to learn everything right before the test.
Or packing a suitcase. When I go on holiday, I try to cram 5 pairs of shoes into a tiny bag.
That's a perfect physical example. You're cramming the shoes in. We want you to avoid cramming your English studies. It's better to learn a little bit every day than to cram once a month.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly. Well, that brings us to the end of our vocabulary list and the end of our episode today.
Aw, I'm actually feeling quite energized now. I think I might actually go for that walk today, Jack.
That makes me so happy to hear, Emma. And to all our listeners, thank you for spending this time with us. Whether you're walking, running, or just relaxing at home, we're proud of you for working on your English.
Yes, remember you are a homebody hero or a nature lover or whatever you want to be. Just keep moving and keep listening.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a comment telling us about your fitness routine. Are you A, B, or C? And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next lesson.
We have a very interesting topic coming up next week, so stay tuned.
Until then, take care of your body and take care of your mind. See you next time.
Bye, guys. Keep moving.